Hello guys, it's Dale here. This is the Japanese yen futures chart, which I'm trading using the order flow. Now I've just entered a short trade, which was based on a volume-based setup, which I'll show you later. But right now I wanted to show you what's going on the order flow chart. This level, 96.48.5, was a short resistance zone, which I found using the volume profile, and now I'm looking at the order flow to look for some confirmation of the trade. Now the confirmation which I found in here was on the trades filter. A huge trade created just half pip below our short level, which means that some big player was waiting in here to get into a trade, and the price hit that level, and the big player entered his trade. Now this is the only confirmation I currently got. It's a weaker one, but I entered the trade anyways because the trading signal, I mean the trading level, which I found using the volume profile, was in my opinion a very strong one, and for this reason only a small confirmation was good enough for me. Now I would be way more happier if there was another confirmation on some of those three remaining charts, but currently I just don't see any. Delta is rising as well as the price, so there's not a divergence, there's not a confirmation using limit orders nor absorptions, so nothing much to see in here in this area. Also deltas don't show anything special, only this little negative delta, but it's very close to zero, so it doesn't really tell us anything. So this basically leaves us with this huge order. Also, as you can see on the 30-minute chart in here, the volumes are being traded in here a little bit below the level, so this is an important area for the market participants. So hopefully sellers are entering their shorts there. This could be another sign and our confirmation, but it's not a clear confirmation. So let's wait and see how this develops. In the meantime, let me show you the reasoning behind this level, behind this resistance. Let me just switch my workspace to volume profile and view up. So this is what I have. There was this strong selling activity in here. This is a 30-minute chart, alright, of the Japanese yen futures. And there was this volume cluster which got created before the start of the buying of the selling activity in here. It's not that significant if you look at it compared to the rest of the volume clusters, but it's strong because strong selling activity started from there. This is what adds to its significance. There were also other volume clusters, this one and this one. If you look at the reactions, let me draw a line there. This was the reaction to the first one. This was the reaction to the second one, and currently price is at this third resistance. Hopefully there'll be another reaction to it. Alright, so that's the logic behind this resistance zone. Now let's switch back on the order flow chart. Alright, still nothing special is happening. The only thing which is more and more important are the heavy volumes in here. As you can see, the order flow gets darker and darker in here, which means that there are heavier and heavier volumes traded, which is kind of a good sign because all those heavy volumes are below the level. If they were above, then it would be a bad sign because the price could go upwards as market participants would be willing to trade above the level. But as you can see, market participants are reacting and trading below the level and creating heavy volumes. So let's hope that those guys are sellers right now. Based on this chart and based on this chart, there's no way of telling, unfortunately. So we'll just need to wait a bit until we get some more information. But anyways, I'm in a short trade right now. Let me show you the ideal place for a take profit if the price actually makes a reaction. The first place where the price could turn is definitely this heavy volume area. It's in here. This heavy volume area, it's better visible on the volume footprints. So this is actually the first support the price could react to. So I wouldn't be really surprised if the price reacted right now and went upwards. But I don't want to quit my trade that soon, because I would like to have a bigger profit than just a few pips. So this is the first support the price could react to, but I'm not going to quit the trade there. Now, another place is in here. You see this green highlight? Those blue numbers are buying imbalances, and those buying imbalances show strength of buyers. So if the price makes it to this area, those buyers could become active and they could start pushing the price upwards again. I just draw the line on all the other windows because I wanted to show you one more thing. The thing is how the price reacted in here to this zone. So in the past it worked as a resistance, right? The price bounced twice from this level. Now when the price went past the resistance, it became a support. Also on this support in here we have those buying imbalances, which could work as a volume-based support. So this would be another place to quit the trade, and this is most likely where I'll want to quit the trade, right? Unless there are crazy strong sellers pushing the price downwards with selling imbalances, then I would consider staying in a trade. But if I see not such a thing, then this would be the place where I'll quit it. So currently there's not much new happening, so I'll pause the video and I'll play it again when there is something new to comment on. By the way, it seems that the price reacted to this heavy volume zone in here a little bit sooner. I would expect maybe a reaction from this high volume node, but still this seems like the reaction to it. So I'm going to pause the video now and play it again when there's something new to comment on. Alright, so now this is a cool thing. The price is still around the level, but cumulative delta is dropping, which is cool. Seems sellers are entering their short positions in this area, hopefully getting ready for a move. And as you can see, there's a divergence between price and delta right now. Price is rotating, where delta is going downwards, which is a strong confirmation. So if I hadn't entered the level in here based on this huge volume appearing around the level, then I would definitely enter the trade right now because of this, because of the divergence between price and cumulative delta. So let's wait some more to see how it develops. What I would like to see would be obviously selling pressure, and that would mean selling imbalances showing on bid, which means those blue numbers showing on bid side of the footprints, like more of them, not just like one or two, but more of them, preferably stacked one atop each other. But I guess that this would be just too much to wish for, but it would be cool. That would be a very strong signal that the sellers are in control. One more thing which I wanted to show you actually is this. This is failed auction. The software draws a line there automatically, and the price is most likely just that. Since it is that close to it, it works as a magnet. This is market imperfection, which the market should fix and test below it. Alright, so now I'm way more confident with this short trade because of this, which works as a magnet, and also because of the rapidly dropping cumulative delta. Alright, so let's wait some more and see how it develops. Now a little update. The price didn't move too much, but there are some selling imbalances. Let me zoom it in a bit. Those two, this one, and also the cumulative delta is dropping rapidly, which is great. That's fantastic confirmation that the sellers are entering their positions, and I hope that they'll push the price downwards. So let's wait some more, and I'll get back to you when there is some further development. Alright guys, another little update. There are some selling imbalances in here, and those three in here, and also this one. Delta is still dropping. Now also the price is dropping. Let me zoom it in a bit, the 1 minute price chart, so you can see it better. As you can see, the delta was first, and then the price started to follow delta. Anyways, there is a failed auction in here, the red dotted line. Another one, and this one got already tested. It worked as a magnet. As you can see, the price tested that, but created another one. So I expect that the price will go and test below that. All right. Also, there's another huge order, big institutional order showing on the trades filter. And as you can see, the delta from this 30-minute footprint is massively negative, which is great. It seems that there could be a nice reaction, maybe even a bigger reaction than just the displays. Maybe it will go way more downwards than just in here. But this is another support standing in a way we should be aware of. Alright, so I'm going to pause the video again, and I'm going to continue when there's some new development. Alright guys, so a little update. Price turned a bit, went upwards. What is important to notice are those two failed auctions in here and in here. Those should work as a magnet, so I hope that the price will continue moving downwards to test below this area. Now this heavy volume zone should work as a resistance, so the price shouldn't really go past it, shouldn't go past this high volume node. If it does, then it wouldn't really be good news, because that would mean that the buyers pushed through resistance. This is not like groundbreaking resistance, but still it is a resistance to watch for. It's important how the price will react to it. So the ideal scenario would be if the price reacted to this zone and went downwards again to test this area, this unfinished business area. Alright guys, so one more thing to notice in here is that even though the price is rising now, a little pullback, delta remains negative in most of the footprints. Negative delta. And now the price hit this resistance in here, and there's still the unfinished business. So all this points to high probability of selling action. Alright, so I'm going to pause the video again and continue in a moment. So here's a little update. Price reacted nicely to this heavy volume zone. It was around 96.47, so was in here. This high volume node worked as a resistance right there. Pretty cool, right? Delta remains negative apart from this one. In all those 5-minute footprints, delta is negative. This unfinished business is still not tested, so I expect that the price will test it soon and go below this zone towards the take profit, hopefully. Now if you look at the cumulative delta, still dropping, even though there was this little pullback on the price chart, the delta was still dropping. So all in all, the order flow is telling us that the sellers are in control. Those who are watching just the price action can't really see that, but we do. So let's wait some more and let's see how this trade continues. Alright guys, so the failed auction is being tested right now. So I expect a price to go at least one tick below. It didn't go below yet, but this is a huge level. The market won't leave that as it is right now, especially because it is as close as it is now. We are seeing some selling imbalances. This one, and this one. This indicates aggressivity of sellers. We have nice negative delta. Alright, so now the unfinished business is tested. There's no longer this failed auction as the price just got one tick below it. We have those selling imbalances, negative delta, cumulative delta dropping. I think that we will see some more selling on the Japanese yen. And what I'll do is I'll secure the position. I'll move the stop loss in here. This is the reaction point. This is where the price originally reacted. This resistance should hold just as it did in here, right there. So if this resistance doesn't hold and the price goes into this low volume area, then this would most likely start to work as a support, and this would be a trade which I would not want to be in. So this is where I'll quit it, alright, if the price reaches this zone. But hopefully the price will turn as a reaction to this resistance and reach the take profit in this area. So I'm going to pause the video again and play it when there's some new development. I hope that we will reach take profit soon. It seems that the market finally started to move, finally started to turn. So I hope that soon I'll be able to take the take profit, which will be in here. Alright, 2 more ticks and I'm out of the trade. This is the take profit, 96.38.5. There's a selling imbalance in here. Another selling imbalance. No, it disappeared. Alright, so just this one. So what we are seeing now is a little reaction to this green support zone, but given the fact how the sellers seem in control, I wouldn't be too worried. And also because of another failed auction in here, in other words, unfinished business. Again, this footprint isn't complete. That's why it draws the red line there. There's the failed auction. So this again should work as a magnet as it did in here, and the price should test below it. Now, as I said, the sellers seem pretty strong in here, so it could be worth it to trail such a trade. But still, those 2 rejections could work as a strong support and turn the price, which would be risky. So I'm not going to risk that, and I'm going to quit the trade when it breaches this failed auction and ticks in here. Delta is still dropping, the sellers are still in control. There's not really any sign of buyers jumping in, so I feel pretty optimistic about this trade now. We have a new selling imbalance in here, which again shows dominance of sellers. Alright, selling activity, selling imbalances. That's cool. One more tick. When the price ticks in here, I'll take the profit. Now this actually seems pretty good. 3 selling imbalances. Alright, so now it's only 2, but still. Let me have a look in here. I'm just wondering what another next take profit could be. Well, actually it could be in here. We could stretch it quite a lot. Alright, there are more selling imbalances. Sellers are jumping in, so I'm not going to quit the trade just yet. If there wasn't for those selling imbalances, I would have quit the trade in here. But this is aggressive seller jumping in. So it would be a shame not to trade with them, right? So let's continue with the trade. I'll quit 1/2 of the position now, and I'll trail the other half of the position and see if we can make some more out of the position. I'll be watching this very carefully, and if there is any sign of buyers jumping in, then I'll quit the trade. But if the sellers really push through this support, as the sellers seem to be pretty strong now, pretty aggressive, then there's actually no support in this whole area. There's no heavy volume in this area. So this is a nice opportunity for trading take profit, and we can trade it, I think, up to this area where there were another heavy volumes, another rejection, and this is where I would definitely quit the trade. But I'm ready to quit the trade with the first sign of buyers jumping in, reacting to this zone. But right now I don't really see any sign like that. Cumulative delta is dropping. There's no sign of buyers. So let's try and get some more out of this trade. Now there's a failed auction. The price is definitely going to test that. And this should work as a resistance. Stacked selling imbalances. You can see that this area is being highlighted in red right now. Alright, so the sellers are still pushing the price downwards. There's a new failed auction. Alright, so it just got tested right now. Delta is still dropping, it's still negative. Sellers are just in control. They're really strong. You can see the cumulative delta just dropping constantly without any changes, which is great. That's what we wanted to see. And what we also wanted to see are more of those selling imbalances. Seems that this level got breached, and hopefully it turned into a new resistance, which is marked by those selling imbalances. Now here is another failed auction. I expect to be tested as well. Now there is also this one. I hope that it won't work as a magnet. I hope that the sellers are strong and that they will not want to test that. I hope that they'll continue pushing the price downwards. Let me just check for the next take profit. Alright, so it should definitely be somewhere in this zone before the price reaches this zone. Also in here there were heavy volumes in here and this rejection, so I think the safe place to quit the trade would be in here, 96.32. Let me draw a line there. Let me print it on all the charts. And I'll also change the color of it. Alright, so hopefully the sellers will continue pushing the price, and hopefully we will be able to take a nice take profit in here. But as I said, if there is any sign of aggressive buyers jumping in, then I won't trail the position to this place, but I'll quit it right away. Alright, so I'm going to pause the video for now and continue when there's some new development to comment on. Alright, so a little update. We have more sellers, 3 stacked selling imbalances, which is quite cool. There's buying imbalance, but compared to all those selling imbalances, I don't really consider that too significant. Delta is still dropping, so I'm still trailing the trade, hoping to reach and take profit in here. But I'm watching closely. If there is a sign of strong buyers, then I'll quit the trade. Maybe the sign of the buyers will show somewhere around this area, which could work as a support. It doesn't seem that strong support, but still it could turn the price, so better be careful around it. Now what I've done is secured my position in here, above this little reaction. So it's no longer in here, but I'll place it in here, because when the price hits this level, then it will most likely go above it, because there is this unfinished business. Alright, so now there is some action, some pretty huge volumes on the offer side of the footprint. Now I'm thinking whether to quit the trade now or no. Well, I'll hold it a little bit more, see if there's more buyers jumping in, or if this was just one huge order and nothing else. Because still the sellers are dominating the market. You can see it, another selling imbalance in here, so sellers are still in control. Now if this occurred a little bit closer to this level, then I would quit the trade immediately. That would be a warning sign that the price is reacting to the support. But I admit now it's a little bit more risky to continue with this short trade because of this buying imbalance. But on the other hand, we have strong selling imbalance in here, also in here. I still feel optimistic about this trade, and I still think that the price will continue downwards. Don't you guys hate it when the price turned half a pip before you take profit? I do. I guess that everybody does. But I still feel positive about that. You see this? This will work as a magnet. I think that the price will test below it, which is in here. That's the take profit. This should work as a magnet. This is a failed auction. In other words, unfinished business. So let's wait some more. We have the second half of the position secured, and with the first half we already banked a profit, so either way this trade is going to be a nice winner. Alright, so the price seems to go downwards again. There is a selling imbalance. Hopefully this momentum will continue and hit the take profit in here. One more tick. Alright, cool. That's it. I just quit the trade. The second half of a trade with a nice profit. Let me do a small summary of the trade. So this trade was based on a volume cluster created in here before the start of the strong selling activity. I expected that sellers who build up their positions in here and push the price downwards will want to defend their shorts. They'll become active again. They'll start reacting to this level in the future, which was now in here. So when the price went to that level, when it went close, I opened the Oriflow software. So let me just switch the workspace, and in here this is where the level was. Let me draw a line on all the charts. It was in here. I published that level in my members area, so you can see in here that it was short 96.48.5. 96.48.5, yeah, that was the short. There was this huge order which came to the market just half a tick below the level, so that was the confirmation. Now another confirmation was a divergence between price and delta, but this came a little bit after this, but you can see it in here. The price was moving upwards or sideways, whereas the delta started to drop, and from that place there wasn't really any change on delta because it continued dropping, even though there was this pullback. The delta in this area was still going downwards, so the sellers were still in control. And in this place there was also a heavy volume area which worked as a resistance. It was this area. The price went downwards and then made a pullback and reacted to this area. If it went above it, then it would be best to quit the trade in here, but it didn't. So I remained in the trade. What happened next is that I quit first half of a position in here because there was this, which means that it worked as a resistance which turned into a support when the price went past it. So this was a risky level, and also there was buying imbalance in here. Let me show you. Right there, this highlighted zone, this was the buying imbalance, and it was combined with this. All right, so it was risky to trail the whole position through that, but I quit the first half of a position there. Actually, my plan was to quit the whole position there, but when the price hit this area, I saw this. Aggressive sellers, really aggressive sellers jumping in. 3 stacked selling imbalances in here, dropping delta, and for that reason I decided to trail the second half of a position, and I was ready to get out of a trade with the first sign of strong buyers, or when the price hit another support. Another support was in here. It was created by those heavy volumes in here and in here, also by the fact that the price reacted to this zone in the past, making it a resistance. When the price went past the resistance, it turned into a place which could work as a support. So this is why I quit the second half of a position there. Alright, so that's how the trade went. That's how I traded this trading signal. Currently we see some buyers jumping in, 2 buying imbalances, delta turning positive. So I guess that it was a good place to quit the trade. Maybe the sellers will continue pushing the price downwards. I don't care anymore. I'm out of a trade. There's a sign of buyers, so I'm glad that I quit the trade right now, right there. Alright, so that's about it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you would like to learn more about trading with the order flow or with the volume profile, you can go and visit my website. It is trader-dale.com. And right now we are running a Black Friday sale. It's 50% sale on my order flow pack and elite pack. You can get the order flow pack if you click here. So you can get it in this section right there. Just scroll down and you can get the order flow pack in here, 50% discounted. It includes my order flow software. That's the software you saw in this video. 12-hour-long video course on trading with the order flow, and also a volume profile pack. If you're interested in learning to trade with a volume profile, then go to trading course and tools in here. Scroll down a bit, and right there, this is the elite pack, currently 50% discounted as a Black Friday sale. With this elite pack, you're going to get a volume profile video course. It's a 15-hour-long video course on trading with a volume profile. You're going to get my personal trading levels. You'll get daily levels as well as swing trading levels. You will also get my volume profile pack, and as a bonus, you'll get a VWAP indicator and a book which I wrote about trading with a volume profile. Now, as a special bonus to the elite pack and also to the order flow pack, you'll get free tech support, which means that our tech support team will install NinjaTrader 8 platform for you with all my indicators, with all my trading workspaces, and also they'll connect you to data feed. They'll do that for free. It's a special service for those who purchase the elite pack or the order flow pack. Alright, so that's about it, guys. That's about this video. I hope you liked it. I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time, and until then, happy trading.